Welcome back to Signal in the Sky. Here in the studio, I have band members Jac and Boone Kincaid from the Urethras. Thanks for coming in the studio, guys.
It's great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So I have to ask this first. Exactly where did you all get your band name from?
You want to tackle this one?
You got it.
All right. We started out with like 6 or 7 people that we wanted to be in the band.
Yeah.
Or something. It was poorly planned.
And it always cracks me up when somebody says our name, because...
Yeah, I'm still not used to it.
Yeah.
But this guy, Eric Collier, is a great guy.
He's no longer with us, though.
No longer with us. He suggested the name, and it has a certain linguistic elegance to it, and I find it aesthetically pleasing. When you take it out of context and it's just the sounds, it's like something Nabokov would write.
What instruments do each of you play, and is there any other members in this band other than you two?
I play guitar and I sing.
I played guitar and drums, kinda. And our other member, Kyle, isn't here. He plays bass. He's in Spain right now.
Luke Grimes played piano organ thing on one song, and he is in South Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah, South. Yeah.
Who writes the songs, and where do you all get inspiration for the lyrics?
Me and Kyle Hager wrote most of the songs. Inspiration from lyrics. Most of our lyrics are kind of depressing if you actually focus on them, and they're about. What are they about?
I don't really know. I just play drums.
Existential crises and preoccupation with death.
Yeah, and if you actually go out and read them, they're not really the happiest, but when we put music behind it and all this stuff, we kind of try to pep it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a nice contrast, like a bittersweet kind of thing in a lot of the songs that I think is interesting.
Any musical influences that help create this band?
I think for me, my influences are a lot different than Jac and Kyle's and Luke's, I guess. I like a lot of Motion City soundtrack. Not really into the ska stuff as much as they are. I also listen to a lot of hip hop and rap, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I listen to Green Day way too much for way too long, and I think that's pretty evident in some of the songs and sometimes in the way that I sing. And other inspiration is we really all respect Streetlight Manifesto, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But we can't sound like them due to sheer numbers and skill.
And I think it's kind of funny because growing up, my brother learned how to play drums, and I learned how to play guitar. And Kyle I think he just kind of picked up whatever. And none of us ever took lessons, I don't think. Now I'm playing drums and Jac is playing guitar, and people listen to us and they're like, you know what, you guys can play your instruments pretty well. And we're just like, no, no, we can't at all.
We're going to take a quick break. Now, here's one of the Urethras tracks. This is Sheep in Sheep's Clothing. Let's continue the interview with Jac and Boone Kincaid from the punk rock band The Urethras. Do you all play live or have any upcoming shows anytime soon?
No, Kyle's in Spain, Luke's in South Korea.
Do you all ever hope to be able to play in the future, maybe?
Oh,
get it out there, get the word out before, that whole thing starts
I would
up.
definitely love to be able to play live again. I think me and my brother have both been in several bands, and we've all played live before. And I don't think Kyle has he?
No.
And when you play live, there's something about it that's just really makes you feel good. Instead, like we just went straight into a studio and recorded. Kind of did things the opposite way.
By studio, he means living room.
Yeah,
by the way.
And basements and garages and everything like that.
But we do have entertainers in our family. Our dad is a professional clown for a certain restaurant, which I probably can't name on the air. But we grew up with the circus every year, 2 or 3 times a year.
Yes.
And so we're definitely entertainers.
If we weren't watching circus, we'd always be watching The World's Greatest Magic and going to see magicians and comedians like Matt King and people like that. And we've just always been really, I'm not going to say pushed, but kind of led into wanting to be in front of people.
Encouraged.
Yeah, encouraged. There you go. That's a good word.
So where can our listeners go to find more music and information about the band?
Well, we've got a website at www.theurethras.com, or you can search for us on Facebook.
We're going to try to get the MySpace back up, but I don't really know if people still use MySpace. I think it's myspace.com/UrethrasBand. And you can find us on YouTube now. The YouTubes. Yeah. That was a good thing.
We've got a Twitter. And,
we have a Twitter. pretty much everything you need.
Yeah, we're trying to get out there, but it's difficult to build hype when you don't.
Are we on
show up.
Last.fm?
Yeah, couldn't get on Spotify. You have to be on a label for that, which I was displeased with, but it's their call.
There you go, listen.